Okay, yeah, we might have a new favorite for this year. Rush is a movie that follows the real-life rivalry of James Hunt and Niki Lauda in Formula One racing, and that's all you really need to know going into this movie. That's what I think, at least. Because this movie, it's directed by Ron Howard and it stars Chris Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl, that's what I'm going with. And going into this movie, I was semi-excited because I like the director and I like Chris Hemsworth a lot as an actor. And I'm not a huge fan of racing at all in any way, shape, or form. No NASCAR, Formula One, whatever. I just don't like it. It's just driving in circles and that just doesn't interest me. And the trailer for the movie, it looked like it would be a very well-made movie, but I just felt like I wouldn't really care too much about what was going on, because I felt like it was just gonna be a lot of racing, and that's that, and they're racing again, and this guy won, now this guy won, and that's it. I'm wrong. I was completely wrong. This movie is fantastic. It's one of the best, if not the best movie I've seen this entire year. And one of the main reasons for that is the performances in this movie by the two main stars. Chris Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl are fantastic in this movie. They play their characters so incredibly well, and they're such polar opposites, and they do such a great job at that. Their characters, the way they develop with each other over time and how that whole relationship goes is fantastic, and they play the roles so well. I wouldn't go as far as to say Oscar-worthy, because I don't like doing that, because I say Oscar-worthy about a lot of things that just end up not getting nominated, and I really should stop doing that. Olivia Wilde's also in the movie for a little while, and she does good for what she has. Everyone else in the movie, I didn't find any weak links in there for the supporting cast. And this movie's directed by Ron Howard, and you could tell you can tell that he directed it because it's just such a well-made movie. The shots in this movie, there are some great shots in this movie, and the way he directs the racing scenes is just amazing. They're so exhilarating. You're on the edge of your seat the whole time. Because I have no idea about the true life rivalry. I didn't do any research on it, so I had no idea who was gonna win what races or how each thing was gonna go in this movie. So I didn't know anything, and I was actually on the edge of my seat. Like, if you take Captain Phillips for an example, I know how that movie's gonna end going into it. I still think it's gonna be a very good movie, but I know what's gonna happen at the end because it's a real-life story. But this one I had no idea about, so it gave me just that much more intensity during the scenes where they were racing. And what I loved about this movie was the relationship between Chris Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl. Their characters, you meet them at the beginning of their rivalry, and it's just, they're both really assholes to each other, and as time goes on, they start building sort of a mutual respect. They don't necessarily like each other, but they respect each other, and the movie shows that in certain scenes that I don't want to spoil, but it was fantastic watching these characters grow, like, off of each other, kind of. And I was invested in these characters. Like, if they were racing around and I just really didn't care about the characters, that would have been disappointing, because I just would have been there like, oh, they're going in circles, and why do I care? But these characters, they get you invested in them. They're not necessarily great people. Like, they have character flaws, and that makes them feel more realistic. They don't just feel like, Hollywood people who have no problems and they're just perfect lives and everything like that. No, they have problems, and they have some really asshole-ish qualities about them, and I really like that because it just makes it more realistic. God, I loved Rush. Do I have anything else to say about it? Nope. I loved Rush. It's a great movie. It has great direction. The writing is fantastic as well. I didn't touch on that before, but the writing is great. All the dialogue is just, it immerses you even more into this world that they created with this movie, and it's just fantastic. I love the style of it. The racing was exhilarating. The performances were great. I'm giving Rush an A+. I'm shocked. I am completely shocked, but you know what? Rush it's my favorite movie of this year, and it is. So before I end this review, I just have a question. I have these backgrounds here. I've had these two posters here since like June, and I have a lot of posters that have accumulated. Like, I have them lined up down there. I have a Man of Steel poster. I have the Wolverine. I have Flight. I have one for 300 Rise of an Empire, which got delayed, so that's why they kind of took it down. What's this one? Oh yeah, this was from the Insidious marathon I went to like 2 weeks ago. And I also have one for The Place Beyond the Pines, so which one, if you've heard any, if you listened and you want to see any of those, I want to switch up the background here, at least take down the Skyfall poster. If you want a certain poster up here, I'll put it up because I really have no preference to it. And yeah. So what did you guys think of Rush? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What's your favorite Ron Howard movie? Write your beautiful comments down there and tell me what you think. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down there. Because if you don't, I really got nothing here. Just go see Rush. It's freaking amazing.